We're live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Paulina, and good
Good
morning,
morning.
Magdalena.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Hi. Where are you, all of you?
I'm in Warsaw at the University of Warsaw in the American Center Studies, and I have a very short break, so I really wanted to connect.
Great. Thanks for
Yeah.
your short time. And Magda?
And
You're
I am in Białystok at my parents.
at your parents' place. I'm at my home, which is still in Vienna in Austria. So you have a nice background, and we decided, Paulina has a nice background, and we decided to have a bit of a talk about what is there. We cannot see it. If you can move your head a bit, maybe we see.
Yes, can you see it now?
No, we only see Marshall.
You only see Marshall. Yes, right now?
Yes, now we see it. Yes.
Yes.
It's a
So
connect before correct. Yes.
Yes, and we chose it as a topic for today. So what do we do to connect actually to others, to connect to us? Like exactly what tools do we use? What ways do we choose to connect? And girls, I wanted to ask you, what do you do to connect?
For me, it's really helpful when I can talk to someone and really share what's inside of me. And even if I don't understand it yet, that person can help me. So talking to others.
Helps you to connect to yourself.
Yeah, when I receive a lot of empathy.
Okay.
I was just thinking about meditation and movement, and for me, this is also a lot of empathy with my body and myself, and communication with something beyond. It's like yes, and asking questions help me to connect to myself and to others. It's like really being curious and asking questions.
And what kind of questions? Like
What's the life in you right now, for example? Very easy one, and it's for me, it's a very precious one. This question.
Yes, and it might be at the very beginning, it might be quite difficult to answer with already feelings and needs. But what is really helpful, at least for me, that's how I connect. I just connect to my body sensations. That's the first thing that the body really knows. And when I can feel maybe my jaws being clenched, or maybe my stomach, or I can feel some pressure in my chest, then I just take some breath and I can say, oh, okay, so there is some worry, maybe some stress, some irritation. And then I go into the needs. Because I really want some support and clarity.
Yeah. And we are talking now mainly about connecting with ourselves. And that's because it's really important to be connected with ourselves before we start connecting with others. Yeah.
Yes. It's the basis. It's like it's something like connect before correct. It's also connect before connect, maybe, and connect before whatever you do, huh? Connect and get really clear about what is happening inside of you, as you described, Paulina, with if you just listen to your body, it's a wise body, and get clear about your intention, why you do something, why you connect with someone, why you want to correct something, why you want to change something in your life, want to have a talk with others, how you want to create your relationship and stuff like this. It's really really basis to get clear of your intention.
And then when we are connected to ourselves, it's easier to look at the other person and just see that maybe the other person said something that is quite difficult for us to hear, but behind this message there are some beautiful needs, beautiful feelings and needs.
Yeah.
But just like the first step is just to connect to ourselves and then to turn our attention to the other person.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's the best way to connect with others? What would you say?
I would say when I look at you and I can see that, I don't know, maybe some colors came into your cheeks, I'm just wondering, how is it for you to hear me right now?
Like this question you ask. Yeah.
So it's like you notice something and you try to understand another person, and you can do it inside, but also you can ask. Yeah.
Yes.
And I like the question I told you before about just asking, what's alive in you right now? What do you feel right now? Something. How do you feel right now? Yeah. I don't know if you have it in Polish, but in German, you don't ask how you feel when you ask someone, and when you meet someone, you ask more like, how's it going? And I really suggested to change the question and ask, what are you feeling in this moment? So to have a different kind of connection when you meet someone. Yes, and also in English, it's like, how are you? It's not the same as what are you feeling at the moment. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if the situation is not supporting us with such question, we can also ask about thoughts. Like, I would love to know your thoughts about the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not everybody is open to talk about feelings.
Feelings. Yeah.
Yes. Sometimes we are actually I'm talking about myself. I'm sometimes scared to ask others about feelings. If the relationship is not that profound, or maybe we don't know each other too well, sometimes I have this worry. How am I going to be received when I ask such question?
Yeah, and there's something coming up in me like, I can ask the question and even be open to receive thoughts. Like many people, when you ask them how they feel about something or how they feel, then they talk, yeah, then they telling about their thoughts about something. So yeah, I'm open for that, and then we can move forward. It's just, I guess, the important thing is to have your intention, why you want to connect to someone, and in what way you want to relate to someone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe for today, it will be after this live, maybe it will be a little bit easier for you to remember this phrase. Look at me.
As a PowerPoint, it's amazing.
Try to see, try to be aware, like, how do you connect? What helps you to connect? And try to remember this phrase, connect before correct.
Yeah, and share it with us.
Yes, please.
Yes, share what do you do to connect to yourself, and how do you connect to others, and what you're taking with you from this life with the three of us. Yes. So have a good time for empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and